Good morning. You want to say good morning?
Good morning.
We're finally back out for a walk. We had a little bit of a cool front come in yesterday. It rained hard last night, and it is quite cool this morning. Well, for us, it's about 68 right now, which is beautiful for us. It's usually 90s by this early in the morning, or at least upper 80s. Had to let some people pass. I thought I'd do a walk and talk this morning. We haven't been at the park in a long time. We haven't talked about life in a long time. I honestly haven't even filmed in a long time. I've been trying to let the videos that are in the queue catch up a little bit. But since I went back down to 3 days a week of filming, it still seems like it's taken a while to catch up. But I'm tired of waiting. I can go ahead and give you some updates. I got a new microphone. I think it's going to work a lot better. The other one kept shorting out, like right in the middle of a video it would turn off. So we'll try this one. You might hear me huffing and puffing more. But how's your day? How's your week? What have you been up to? Last night we had Jackson's last session of the developmental gymnastics for this semester. It was a perfect class for him. He really enjoyed it. As I said before, it was just open gym. There was only a total of 4 kids in the class, and half the time one of them was missing. So a lot of days it was only the 3 of them in the gym. And it was just wonderful sensory input for Jackson. I'm hoping, I asked them if they would please get together a daytime class, because the evening class it was the hardest part of the whole ordeal for us. It was not good hours for us. But unfortunately, the director told me not only do they not have it earlier, but the next semester is going to be an even later class. It's going to be from 7 to 8 at night, and that just doesn't fit in our schedule. Jackson is probably neither one of us, but Jackson is definitely not wanting to go somewhere at 7 o'clock at night. We're usually, to be honest, already in our pajamas or whatever we're going to lounge and sleep in. So we'll skip it next semester. I did tell her that I would work in the homeschool disability community and see if I could get enough for a class. And then she said if I could get at least 6, that she would present having a daytime class for our kiddos, but no guarantees. But I'm going to work on that. Once public school starts, I'm going to work on seeing if I could recruit some kids that would want to do that. Next update. My daughter, Keisha, and my youngest grandbaby, Tate, are coming tomorrow night. So today and tomorrow, I'm going to kind of do some preparations around the house. I did a little shopping, which you saw in the last video, I think. I got him some little onesies, and I got to do a grocery order. I think I'll wait till Keisha's here so we can see what we want to cook together. And I think the next video you'll see, I think will be a cooking video. We had a request to do more cooking videos, and I think it'll be really fun to do that with my daughter while she's here. And it's definitely easier to record cooking videos when you have somebody else to hold the camera. You can switch up the angles and switch off who's filming what and who's doing what. And I think that'll be fun. We're going to be cooking together anyway. So we'll pick something good and share the recipe with you guys. What else update do I have? There's an airplane going over. Can you hear it? Or does the microphone drown out the sound? Let me turn around the camera and show you the lake here. It's looking beautiful as always. I hear Jackson's scooter. There he is over there. We haven't had as much rain lately, so the lake's not as high as it was. Looks like there's somebody over there fishing this morning. Y'all might hear me huffing and puffing more with this microphone. You enjoying this beautiful weather? You enjoying the weather?
Sort of.
It's great, isn't it?
It's sticky.
Yeah, it is a little sticky and wet.
It's
Ready?
ridiculously sticky.
Let's keep going. You going that way? All right, Mom's going this way. Here we go. Let's see. The water is beautiful. My phone is dark, but I don't think it will be for you guys. The water is still up past the tree. We got 2 people over at the dock fishing. It's cloudy, so the sun's not out yet. It's past 9 o'clock. This is a rare, beautiful weather day for us. Next update, let's see. We have, Jackson has speech therapy later. It'll be his 2nd session in the quest to get an AAC device for his situational mutism or selective mutism. He will still be doing the intake assessment because we didn't finish it last week. I'm interested to see if we'll finish it this week. Here's a thistle. I haven't seen a thistle bloom since spring. Let me show you. It's little bitty. You can see it compared to my hand. It's little bitty. I actually see several of them over here. There's one. There's some. There's one. And there's some. Some people might see them as ugly weeds, but I see them as beautiful. And of course, here we are to my favorite spot, my favorite view of the lake. Usually, oh, I just heard a fish jump over there. Usually you can see the sun rising or the sun coming up right here. It's cloudy today, but it's still beautiful to me. Just a breathtaking sight. Let's see, where was I before the thistles interrupted me? Speech therapy. The intake, now that Jackson's older, Jackson's been in speech therapy multiple times in his life. The intake assessment process isn't new to us, but now that he's older, he's doing a new assessment for older children. And what they look at mainly is pragmatic language, which is your nonverbal communication. It is everything from body language, gestures, facial expressions, fluctuations in your voice. And with autistics, these things don't come naturally. They do with typical children. They develop naturally. With autistics, they don't. It's something that, some of this I still have to work on, and I'm 51 years old. But it's been interesting to sit and watch Jackson do the assessment and to see, I don't want to say the struggles. I don't see them as struggles. I don't see anything about autism as being a struggle. But to see the differences of what I cognitively know the answer they're looking for, and to see the answers that he comes up with, or the answers that he can't come up with. He told me last time they only got through 4 questions. When we were in the car, I asked him what he thought about them. He said, "Mom, it's so hard to find the answer, to think of the answer." And again, I told him, and the therapists have told him, there is no right or wrong answer, not at all. But he knows what it is. They show a little video snippet of a scenario. Oh, say for instance, one of them was, there was a teenage boy sitting on the couch talking on his phone. And his sister and her friend came in giggling and laughing and asked him if they want to go to the park and play. And he gave them the look, which is something most autistics don't even notice, much less understand. And then he tells them, "Can you wait a minute? I'm on the phone right now." and they go on into the girl's room. So then that's the end of the clip. So then the assessor asks 2 questions for every clip. Did anything go wrong in this situation, and why or why not? And logically, and it's not even all about the answer. Logically, you would say, okay, the girl should have waited till he was off the phone to answer, which is true. But Jackson's answer was that nothing went wrong because they didn't keep bugging him when he asked them to give him a minute or something like that. So his answer is also true. His answer is very true to his reality, because we run into those situations often when he interrupts something and we ask him to let us finish. And now that he's older, he does. But along with the answer, it's not all about your verbal answer. It's also about the tone, the facial expression. And when Jackson answers a lot of these, as always, because I am too, we're very monotone. Our voice gets louder and softer, but our voice doesn't necessarily go up and down and have all these squeals and excitement pitches or sad tones or anything like that. We're very monotone. So, of course, he takes note of all that. And the facial expression, the entire time Jackson's talking to anyone, even honestly us, but not as much as me, not quite as much with Dad. But the whole time he's talking to anyone else, he looks down and out the top of his eyes, or away from you and out the top of his eyes, kind of with a scowl on his face, like we've talked about. And it's just because he's shy, or I guess shy, but he's anxious. It's anxiety. We're also neither one great at eye contact, and just way out of his comfort zone to talk to anybody like that. Even friends and family members he talks to like that. It's just his normal. But these are the things that they'll note down. And these are the way that even verbal autistics still qualify for speech therapy. It's communication. It's not speech. It's not their vocabulary or anything like that. And the other way Jackson qualifies is his expressive language. Jackson understands most of what we tell him. Sometimes not always, which still throws me and Jackie for a loop. When we say something that we don't usually talk about, especially with directions. If I open the cabinet at the grocery store and I say, get the butter that's down on the bottom shelf, he's not going to get the bottom shelf butter. Or if I say, no, get the one above that, he's not going to get the one above that. It's little things like that that aren't things we talk about daily. So he, in expressive language, is also able to communicate a story, tell somebody what happened, tell somebody how you're feeling in a way that flows, beginning, middle, end, things like that. So those are the way that most autistics qualify for speech therapy. The ones that actually have a speech delay, that's not autism. That's apraxia of speech, which does go with autism, but definitely not all autistics have that sort of speech delay. It's usually just in the communication, which is why it's called a communication disorder or a developmental disorder. It's a difference in development. And again, it's not wrong. It's just different. Jackson beat me over here. You've already been playing for a minute, haven't you? Oh, I love this weather, but you're right, it is sticky. Mom already took a shower. I probably should have waited, but it's not too bad. All right, Jackson's going to play for a little bit, and I'm going to walk just the straight path down and the straight path back this way so that I can still see him and he can still see me. I'll just go back and forth and stay on this side now. So speech therapy, once he's done with the intake evaluation, he'll actually start the weekly therapy sessions where they will then know exactly what he needs to work on or a little bit of help with, situations he needs help understanding. They'll work on communication skills, and they will know which speech device most of the speech devices, all the ones they offer here, are on a tablet. But there are so many different programs to put on this tablet. They'll know exactly which one is the best for him. They go all the way from the most basic, simple pictures for kids that are nonverbal and just learning to ask for like one thing or say one word, all the way up to full programs that use, you can still use the picture symbols, or you can just use typing to speak, and everything in between. So the one we're looking at for Jackson, it still has pictures because it makes it faster. It makes it a lot faster than trying to type everything out. And it can also help his communication flow better. Like they were saying that one of the icons can even say, "Hi, my name is Jackson. I don't really like to use mouth words, but would you like to play?" Or, so, anything like that. So it can have one button in a full opening sentence that would help him initiate some play with somebody else that he wanted to play with. Or any other situation. They can just put different buttons on it, and we'll be able to put the buttons that we want. We'll be able to help Jackson put any buttons that he wants, and things like that. And then during the sessions of speech therapy, they will practice on learning how to use that, how to approach people with it, how to use it in conversation, and things like that. I think I'll turn around. I don't want to get too far. Oh, Jackson told me to go to this picnic table and I passed it. I forgot. He told me to walk to this picnic table. I just went a little bit past it. He is right there on the playground. I usually make him wear a fluorescent yellow hoodie, but it's too hot for it. I should have put his bright yellow or bright orange shorts on him. But anyway, I can still see him. What other updates? I booked our flight to Boston. Of course, I'm not going to say dates of when we're going. Yeah, it'll be in the fall, and that's all I'm going to say. I booked our flights to Boston. I'm very excited. Jackson has a friend that he Zoom chats with 2 or 3 or 4 times a week, and they game together. This little girl's mom and I have become really good friends online, and we've known each other now that way for probably over 2 years. So sometime while we're in Boston, we were going to Boston anyway. Let me backtrack. Years ago, when Keisha and Josh were teenagers, we vacationed in Boston. And from the time we went there, we always said we wanted to go back. We've never seen anything like the street performers there. We've never seen anything like the big, the architecture, the buildings, the clock towers, the big golden domes on the top of the buildings, the beautiful sights in the mountains up there and the coast. The aquarium there was fabulous, so we've always wanted to go back. So we're going to take Jackson there. One second. He was a little upset because I went past the green picnic table. Okay, no problem. So we've always wanted to go back. And Jackson, being the history buff that he is, he's all for going to see where the Boston Tea Party took place, and to see some other things that he wants to see there. And as a bonus, while we're there, we will get to meet up with his friend, with our friends. I don't know where, I don't know how long we'll see them. They can come hang out at the hotel and swim, or they can meet us for one of the activities, the aquarium or whatever. It doesn't matter to us however they want to do that, but it'll be exciting. And Jackson is just elated to actually meet his friend in person. Every year for Jackson's birthday, we give him a choice between a birthday party or a trip. And I can only think of one year that he chose a birthday party. We had a party for him for his first, second, and third birthday. And I think after that is about either for his 4th or 5th birthday is when he started deciding that he'd rather go on a trip. Jackson plans pretty much all of our travel, and I think that's common in families with autistic kids. You really have to let them take the lead. And it took us several years of not so great trips to really figure out what works best for us and how we travel best. Now we know the things we need to bring to support Jackson's needs. We know the type of rooms we need to stay in. All of those things. Ooh, it's echoey under here. I'm in the picnic pavilion. Jackson actually had one of his birthday parties here. It was his superhero party. I'm pretty sure he was turning 3. All the kids played on the playground. It was a different playground then. Let's see. I think I'll sit right here for a second, since it's dry in here. What else is new? That might be all of the updates I have. Might be too echoey in here to film. I'm trying to think if I have any other updates, anything else new since I've talked to you last. I don't think so. We're still trekking along with homeschool. I think we're on the 30th state. I can't believe we're almost finished with them. That we have really enjoyed that. Last week we finished the Bible. I think you saw that, a snippet of that. So we've been reading different pages in the Child Through Time. I'm letting Jackson take the lead on that. We have not read the book like cover to cover. Every day he chooses a different child that he wants to learn about. Yesterday we learned about a boy named Seamus who was born in Ireland, and during his childhood was when they had the great potato disease and everyone was jobless and starving. So his family immigrated to New York, and it told a little bit about that time period and how it was like to immigrate and things like that, and the jobs they did when they got to America. So that's the kind of learning we like and the history we like. Whatever intrigues him. He flips through every day and picks a page, and when he's done with that, we'll move on to another book, whatever he wants to do next. Still tracking through math. Still working on conversions, all different conversions. Yesterday we were converting hours to minutes to days and in reverse. So those are great skills to have. Other than that, I don't think we have anything else new to share. I may film what I got Jackson for his birthday when the time comes, because I already have his gifts. Because he won't like people to watch him open his gifts, would you? No. He wouldn't want people to watch him open his gifts. He wouldn't want a big video or to do about that stuff. So I may show you what I got before I wrap it up. Hi, Snoopy. Good morning, Coach. How's Coach today? Good. Are you having a good day? All right, well, I think I'll end this video here. Is there anything you want to say? Any updates you have for anybody?
We're getting donut holes.
Yes, we're going to go get Jackson some donut holes. I made him a deal this morning. What was the deal?
If I got dressed.
Oh, they might not can hear you without the mic. Here, come on, Mom. What was our deal?
That if I was dressed before Mom was, she would buy me donut holes.
Yes.
Is that a bee?
It's just a little sweat bee. It won't bother us. I told Jackson if he was dressed with shoes on and ready to walk out the door before I was this morning so we could come for our walk, that I'd buy him some donut holes when we were done.
Donut holes!
And I don't know if I've ever seen you get dressed that fast. You were dressed before I even came out of the shower, and I took a super fast shower.
No, you didn't.
I thought I did. All right, we'll end this video here. It may not be very long, but it should have been some good updates and a good view of the park. And don't forget,
Do something nice for yourself.
listen to him. Do something nice for yourself. Have a great day.